Welcome! Today we're making a rich, decadent chocolate tart that's sure to impress. This recipe features a deliciously crumbly cocoa tart shell filled with a silky chocolate filling. Perfect for special occasions or a sweet treat any day. So gather your ingredients, and let's dive into this delightful recipe. Let's gather our ingredients for a delicious chocolate tart. For the tart shell, we need 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour, half a cup of unsweetened cocoa powder, and a third cup of powdered sugar. Don't forget half a teaspoon of salt, half a cup of cold, unsalted butter cut into cubes, 1 large egg yolk, and 2 to 3 tablespoons of ice water. For our rich chocolate filling, we'll use 1 cup of heavy cream, 8 ounces of bittersweet or semi-sweet chocolate, chopped. We'll also need 2 large eggs, 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and just a pinch of salt. And for garnishing, you can add whipped cream, shaved chocolate, and fresh berries if you'd like. That's everything we need. Let's get started on this delightful dessert. First, let's prepare our tart shell. In a mixing bowl, combine 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour, half a cup of unsweetened cocoa powder, and a third cup of powdered sugar. Add half a teaspoon of salt to balance the flavors. Now it's time to cut in the butter. Take half a cup of cold, cubed, unsalted butter and use a pastry cutter or your fingers to mix it into the dry ingredients. We're aiming for a texture that resembles coarse crumbs. Once that's done, add 1 large egg yolk to the mixture. Next, we'll incorporate ice water. Gradually add 2 to 3 tablespoons, mixing until the dough just comes together. Form it into a disc, wrap it in plastic wrap, and refrigerate for at least 30 minutes. This chilling step is essential for preventing shrinkage during baking. Now that our dough has chilled, let's pre-bake the tart shell. First, preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 175 degrees Celsius. Take the chilled dough and roll it out on a lightly floured surface until it's about 1/8 of an inch thick. Carefully transfer it to a 9-inch tart pan, pressing it into the sides and trimming any excess dough. To prevent bubbling, prick the bottom of the tart shell with a fork. Line the shell with parchment paper and fill it with pie weights or dried beans. This helps maintain its shape while baking. Bake for 15 minutes, then remove the weights and parchment. Bake for another 10 to 15 minutes until the shell is set and firm. Once it's done, let it cool completely while we prepare the filling. Now, let's move on to the chocolate filling. Start by heating 1 cup of heavy cream in a small saucepan over medium heat until it simmers. Once you see bubbles, remove the saucepan from the heat. Add 8 ounces of chopped bittersweet or semi-sweet chocolate to the cream and let it sit for a minute to melt. After a minute, stir the mixture until it's completely smooth and combined. In a separate bowl, whisk together 2 large eggs, 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and a pinch of salt. This will add depth to our filling. Gradually pour the melted chocolate mixture into the egg mixture while whisking continuously to avoid cooking the eggs. Keep whisking until everything is well combined and smooth. Next, it's time to bake the tart. Carefully pour the chocolate filling into the cooled tart shell. Make sure it's evenly distributed. Place the tart in the preheated oven and bake for 20 to 25 minutes. You'll know it's done when the filling is just set but still slightly wobbly in the center. This will create that lovely fudgy texture. Once it's baked, remove it from the oven and allow it to cool at room temperature for about 10 minutes. After that, transfer the tart to the refrigerator and let it chill for at least 2 hours. This will help the filling set perfectly. Our chocolate tart is now ready to serve. Before you cut into it, consider garnishing. You can top it with whipped cream for a lovely contrast. Shave some chocolate on top for an elegant touch, and add fresh berries like raspberries or strawberries for a pop of color and freshness. When you're ready, slice the tart and serve it chilled. Lastly, here are some helpful tips for making your chocolate tart even better. Make sure your butter is really cold when you're making the tart shell. This helps create a flaky texture. If the dough seems too crumbly, just add a bit more ice water, but be careful not to overmix it. When baking the tart shell, keep an eye on it to avoid overbaking, as it can become too dry. Let it cool completely before adding the filling for the best results. For the filling, using high-quality chocolate will elevate the flavor of your tart significantly. If you want a richer taste, consider adding a tablespoon of espresso powder to the chocolate mixture. It enhances the chocolate flavor beautifully. Lastly, if you're not serving the tart right away, store it in the fridge to keep the filling nice and firm. And don't forget to have fun with the garnishing. Creativity makes it even more special. Enjoy your delicious chocolate tart.